Assalamu alaikum habibati, and welcome to another Arab Man Reacts. We have got a brand new artist slash band called Dirty Loops. The song is called Work Shit Out. It comes recommended by our genie patron, and I can't believe we have one, Mary Ramirez Green. Thank you so much for your support. It means the absolute world to us. I'm gonna get right into the track, but before I do so, just reminding you, pretty please support us by liking, commenting, subscribing. It really helps us beat the YouTube algorithm and spread this music to as many people as possible. And if you want to support us even more, you can do that via joining us over on Patreon, where you get access to all of our blog videos over here on YouTube, and we get to have some awesome conversations. There's also some vlogs. Here we go. I know nothing about them. Nothing.
I better work shit out, but I like it too much. Spending all my money like I just can't get enough. I better work shit out, but it's killing my buzz.
I already like the vibe because they're fun.
I just can't kill that rush. I got the sunlight, you bring the rain. I'm gonna drop, but if I fall out, then I got no one but me to blame. But still I got the sparkle, I'm soaking up the heat. Guess I know I should resist, but I'm sucker for the kiss so sweet. Hey! I better work shit out, but I like it too much. Spending all my money like I just can't get enough. I better work
Hey. Listen to that bass line. So like dum dum da da dum 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 da da dum, and then listen to like it's like almost like a bass fill. The good abado.
waiting for the night to come. I can't go on forever, 'cause I don't wanna stop this. It's an outcome I don't know what, but I'm loving every part of it. Oh, but I like it too much. Spending all my money like I just can't get enough. I let work shit out, but it's killing my business. Sending all my sorries like I just can't get enough.
Wow. Okay. We need to take a breather. There's so much going on here. So it's a build-up song. The instrument starts coming out one by one. Vocals are an instrument in this song. Like literally so far, it's lyrics, what I feel a vocal melody just fitting this masterpiece of song that's coming out. Here's what I think happened in the studio. Usually when people are jamming together, what we would do is we'd come in and we'd be like, okay, what do you guys want to do? And it could either be the drummer starts playing a groove, and then the bassist and the guitarist are like, okay, what do you want to do? Okay, let's play in G sharp, okay, minor. And then they'll start playing the notes in that scale, chords representing or being present in that scale. And then that sort of gives you a starting point. Right? So you guys go start to play, and whatever you basically play over, it sort of sounds like it belongs together. And then you start building up, then riffs are built, then more constructed thought of parts are built, and it starts growing and growing and growing. But what's going on here is that I very strongly believe that's how the song was constructed, but also they're each doing their own kind of thing that is just coming together beautifully. It reminds me a lot of, I think they're called Wolfpack. If that's not how it's said, my apologies, but I think that's what they're called. It reminds me a little bit of that. There's a lot of jazz going on conceptually, but it's not a jazz song. So I'm gonna go back just a little bit, and so we can hear. And the bassist, dude, the bassist is doing some unbelievable finger work. Like I can't praise him enough because it's insane.
I like it too much. Spending all my money like I just can't get enough. I'm in love, shit out, but it's killing my business. Sending all my stars, then I just can't get enough. I'm in love, shit out, but I like it too much.
That's like classic jazz, playing chords that are probably out of the key into it.
Spending all my money like I just can't get enough. I'm in love, shit out, but it's killing my business. Sending all my stars, then I just can't get enough.
What a sweet voice that is. Growing and growing and growing and growing. So the reason people really like that new Bruno Mars Anderson .Paak album, I say new, but it's a few years old now, is because it has these strings of these elements that it's brought into sort of like the mainstream. And that's why people like it a lot, because it sounds just a little different than what our ears are used to. Right? And this is niche music. This isn't commercial music that you would see, you would hear on the radio or on MTV and things like that, or used in TikTok and stuff. But there's something so pleasant about it, and it's engineered in such a beautiful way. But that being said, and as I say, it's engineered because of their technical ability, but it hasn't lost soul. There's so much soul in what we're listening to. So many beautiful themes going on, man. Like a concept album. They're just having fun. There's another thing that happens when musicians play together is, and you only feel this when you're jamming with people, is that there's a level of kindness when you're playing music together. It's, I am kind when you're performing, and I sort of lay off to you, and then you take the lead, and then you lay back to someone else, and then we take turns in this. But that delivery is a form of kindness that's very much appreciated, and it's the foundation of the glue that holds the band together, and then allows it to just become better and better and better at what they do. And I see a lot of kindness in their eyes towards each other when they're playing all these different segments. Yes, they're happy. Yes, it's fun, but there's so much of that kindness. شو حيصير؟ By the way, that's the overarching theme. Dun, 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 dun. It sounds like it's on a sitar or something. I can't tell what it's being played on. But the drums mimic it, the bass mimics, everything falls back on that, and it's always there in the background. But we just can't hear it until this section comes in, or in the very beginning of the song. Watch him not lose count at all. The hardest thing you can do is come back into the song after doing a drum solo like that. Like, you all need to have such exceptional timing or have a click track playing in your ear. You still hear it, ten, 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 and 10 to 10. Give us that vocal melody and oh, it's done. Aaron Meligard, Henrik Linder, Jonah Nilsson. So they're together as Dirty Loops. So, if I had to guess, I would say they're virtuosos and they're probably graduates of one of the big ones, a Berkeley, a Juilliard, like something like that. Oh, it's a Quincy Jones production. So they've got an incredible amount of talent between the three of them, and I like they're doing their own thing. I wouldn't be surprised if individually or together as a collective they were writing more commercial songs for other artists. But it's nice that, because, you know, if you're this talented, there's so many ways for you to grow in this industry. But it's nice that they're building this and creating this and providing it. And there is a growing movement of people that are appreciating songs like this more and more and more. Like, people are so sick, and especially this next generation, they're so sick of, you know, the Spotify algorithm, those plays, the Apple Music algorithm. And so it's building more into this kind of thing. It's groovy, it's proggy, it's jazzy, but the vocal melody in the beginning is a little poppy. So it's interesting. It's like they're not scared of not touching a certain kind of sound, and they're bringing them together, and the sum of it all together sounds really interesting. Definitely something you want to listen to several times to absorb properly all the beautiful things. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. بحبكن كتير. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on the bell notification. Help us beat the YouTube algorithm. And if you want to support us on Patreon, like Marie Ramirez Green does, you can always do so by clicking on the link in the description below. بحبكن كتير. Salamat.